Hey, welcome to the first episode of the Attractively Different podcast. I created the show specifically to shine a light on the idea that when your thinking stays at the surface level, you'll only be able to produce mediocre results. This is near and dear subject to me because there's been a lot of pain involved in this subject because when I didn't understand how my surface level thinking was actually the reason for keeping me stuck. I'm your host, Tom Herman, and I'll be sharing about how thinking differently is the key to leading a life without limits. So, prior to understanding this stuff, it was very painful for me as I tried to navigate a life and have it be defined by extraordinary results. See, I was always someone who got good to great results, but extraordinary always seemed just out of my reach. Have you ever felt that way? For me specifically, I remember one night, it was dark. I was driving home from San Antonio, which is about a 4-hour drive. I remember just thinking to myself, how did I get here? So, a little bit of backstory. My wife and I had just gotten in an argument, and I was livid. You know, the type of anger where if I were in a cartoon, my face would be bright red and steam would be coming out of my ears. Yeah, I was angry. And here's the thing, I wasn't angry at my wife. I was angry because she was right. See, as I said, we were in San Antonio. We were visiting her family, and our time there had been done. We were there a couple of days, and we were about to drive home. And her older sister was going to come visit us for a couple of days. So I was driving our car, and Katie was going to ride with her sister. And at some point during the day, we'd been talking about our finances. And so at this point in our marriage, I had been in financial services industry for a couple of years, and we're actually pregnant with our first son. And like I said, before we left, we were talking about our finances and having a plan. And she just shared some red flags that she had about how I was leading our family, in particular, how we were managing our money. And she made the comment that I was in financial services and we don't even practice what I'm helping others implement. She was calling me out. And she was right. And I just kept thinking, gosh, what happened? It wasn't supposed to be this way. I feel like I've done everything right. And here's the thing, like as a kid, I feel like I did do all the things right. I never got in trouble at school. I got good grades. I excelled in sports. I played basketball and baseball. And in high school, I was, all conference, all state, and played college basketball. Went on to have success there. I mean, as a fifth grader, I decided that I was going to win the most Christ-like award at my Christian school, and I did. And I don't say that to sound holy or be impressive, as much to impress on you that I had a good reputation. So another example is between my sophomore and junior year of high school, we moved to Texas from Colorado, and I was going to a private school here in Texas, or I was applying. And the admissions process was actually pretty strict. It required multiple references from my previous teachers and principal, required an academic test, an interview. And once my grades got sent to the, advisor, and she read my references from my teachers and the principals, I was admitted without an interview or academic testing. And on top of that, she was so impressed by the references that the administrator had told my mom that she told her girls that I was the type of guy that they would want to date. So that was just my reputation. I felt like I was doing everything right. Teachers enjoyed having me in their class. People enjoyed being around me. Coaches wanted me on their team. Everything was going well. I graduated college with a degree in finance, so it was a good degree. I didn't have any debt. And I felt like I'd set myself up to create a life that I could provide for my wife and, kids someday that we would love. And yet here I am in the car by myself, feeling trapped and unfulfilled. So as I said, I was in financial services, and at the time I was working customer service at a large financial firm. So it was a very call center environment, and felt like my career was capped because I had tried the sales thing, tried being a financial advisor. I did that for about a year and didn't really have success. So I moved to something that was more service oriented, something with a quote unquote, guaranteed paycheck. And here I was, unfulfilled, feeling trapped, and my wife calling me out on how I'm leading our family. I was just, I was frustrated. And there was this feeling like I felt duped. I felt sorry for myself. I mean, this is what I'd been taught, right? Go to school, do well, get good grades, get a good corporate job, and it wasn't working. There's a lot of pain involved there. I felt like I was destined for more. I didn't feel like I was fulfilling my purpose. So I vowed to figure out and create the life that we desired. I wasn't going to settle for just this feeling of like almost like whatever, like whatever, it's not going to be better than this. So having my wife call me out, I realized that something had to change. That what I had been doing in the past, the things that I had been successful doing, or at least the thought process that had led me to my success that I had in school, wasn't going to take me where I wanted to go. I knew I needed a plan. My wife knew we needed a plan. I wasn't fooling anybody. So since I needed a plan, I thought I might as well start with the money plan. So I thought, okay, where can I start? So one of my professors in college taught us about Dave Ramsey's baby step process, which was good. I thought I might as well start there. I had the book that, like the Total Money Makeover, I had the book that he made us buy for our class. And I knew that Dave Ramsey had a show. So I began listening to his show every day just to get a plan, just to learn more about the steps. Thought, okay, I'll start with the money thing. I'll start doing what, have a plan for my wife, start doing what, financial services help people do, set a budget. I didn't have any debt at the time, but, get out of debt, save, invest, prepare a plan for your future. And I would listen to his show, listen to how he responded to things. And then it happened. There was a breakthrough that I got that just kind of caught me off guard. And it wasn't about money. No, it was about something completely different. Not necessarily completely different, but there's something that Dave shared on his radio show that just, it hit me and it caught me. And I knew that that was my answer. And so what I'm going to do is just take a couple of episodes to share this story with you. And on the next episode, I'll share with you the breakthrough that I got listening to Dave Ramsey and how it launched a movement in my life that led me to find my purpose and to leave an impact and to create a legacy. So listen to the next episode for follow-up on that. And speaking of purpose, if you are unsure about your purpose, I've created a life purpose roadmap for those who are looking for direction in that area. It's a 7-step process. It's a 7-step framework to help you discover your life purpose and step into it. And it's free. So if you're interested, you can go download the life purpose roadmap. It's a PDF at attractivelydifferent.com/purpose. Once again, if you are looking for some direction or where to get purpose in life, I created a 7-step framework, a life purpose roadmap, and it's free. You can go download it at attractivelydifferent.com/purpose. So tune in the next episode to learn and hear what that breakthrough was from listening to Dave Ramsey's show and how it launched me further into finding my purpose. We'll see you next time.